All right. Well, it's day one post login, the very first time actually logging into the class and starting to review everything. 3 hours. 3 hours. I spent 3 hours today, 3 solid hours since logging in. I went in around noon my time, noon Eastern time, and got off, finished everything I was wanting to do today at 3 p.m. my time. So, time wise, for them, it was like 9 till noon, at least their time, Arizona time, where the school is. And wow, there's a lot of stuff to read. I went through, navigated as best as I could. I found the little icons like announcements, and I actually started there first. I thought it'd be smartest thing I can do was go read what the professor had to say more than anybody else. And I'm glad I did. There were a lot of announcements in there. What was great was the learning management system was showing me which ones I had read and which ones I hadn't, or at least the tally. The tally was dropping as I read, so I made sure I went through everything. And actually, I noticed multiple times through the learning management system, as I consumed or looked at a document, it would give me a reference. The expectations for the course seem pretty direct. We'll find out if I truly understand them as we go. There was a lot of information. Learning the vocabulary, thinking through expectations. I did note that it was made clear that the APA version 6 is the one that's official by GCU, and yet the book I bought's the version 7. I don't know what impact that'll actually have for me, so I should probably go look up and see what the changes were between 6 and 7 and see if it's actually material in my case. But what was also neat regarding the APA was that the documents the professor provided for the class had fantastic examples for how to cite different things that we'll run into in the course. So, shame on me if I don't get them right, because I can literally take his examples, paste them, and change the information. So, one of the things that became very clear is that my file structure on my local machine needs to be thought through better. I have a PhD folder on my machine, and of course I save things, so I had to make a folder for the course. But then within the course, I decided to make one per each module because I'm saving files locally where I can, so I don't have to be online. Plus, when I'm doing my writing and artifacts, I'm actually writing them in Word and then copying and pasting them up. And that's, I think, it's just safe practice. But even the course instructor said, hey, it's a smart idea to do that because the learning management system made time out. So getting what my file structure is going to be like, I guess it'll take a few classes to maybe get a good structure down. I had to create a folder for artifacts the professor provided, and that was helpful things, templates, just random little things like that he would share or she would share. And then that's separate then from the file directory for each week or each module of the course. Students did start introducing themselves, and it was pretty informal on the class wall. I read through a number of people who were posted ahead of me. Yay, and it wasn't first. But there are a couple military people in there, which was really cool to see. All walks of life, which is fantastic. Different parts and places of journeys for everybody, and why they're going after, what they're going after. That's really cool. The first discussion question all ties back into what are you pursuing and why, and that is an excellent place, in my opinion, for how you should start the very first course. You need to have clarity on what you're after and why, and if you need time to hammer it out, well, now you're going to get to hammer it out. I did like that if you read the notes carefully and went through all the little things that the professor provided, he gave a little tip in the layout about, hey, there's a heavyweight assignment in this course that I'm not even going to bring up for a few weeks, but you may want to start working on it now. And I was like, hey, thanks for sharing that. So I will start looking at that. It looks to be like an annotated bibliography in the end, kind of thing, and starting to build the resources that we would want. So I'm glad that I've spent the time beforehand thinking through what I wanted to research and going through those 53 articles that I had found, because now I have some idea. And for this class, I think I'm supposed to identify, I just scanned ahead on what it was. It looked like 5 resources that are from peer-reviewed journals that apply to the area I'm interested in. So good shape on that. I mean, I'll still go and follow it through. The instructions were clear. They have to be found through the GCU library. So I will make sure to go through the GCU library, and I'll probably have the article. Might be interested, but I may find something new, which would be great too, just being additive. So it's all good. I'm not going to submit my discussion question 1 response. Other people already have. I'm going to try to stick to my plan and build my particular habits. That is, where the first day I'm going to spend the time to really understand what's being asked of the week itself. Sleep on it. Think about it. And then the next day, start answering questions. So until next time, I don't know when I'll make my next post for all of this. But hopefully this helps somebody else out there, or my daughter decide, I want to see what crazy dad was doing. This is for them, and maybe to help you too. And good reminder for me and to keep me focused. So if you're following me on the journey, enjoy it with me, and I'll catch you on the other side. Loops out!